Let's get the thoughts now of the rock and roll superstar and, of course, big Man City fan. The legend is Noel Gallagher, joins us live on Drive. Noel, good afternoon to you.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm all right. Good. Good.
Nice to see you. Enjoying retirement?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you now. You got your camera on. No, you haven't. Really? No, you haven't. I'm joking. Are you well?
I am well. Yeah, I've just got back off holiday. Yeah.
Oh, where'd you go? Where was it?
I was in the Maldives.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice. Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah. And your listeners should know that your sidekick there, Sideshow Bob, does the Premier League show for Star Sports in India. And he's on the telly a lot out there, and you should know that he talks as much hot air out there as he does. He waffles on nonsense more out there, actually, than he does back home.
What I love about that is you're on holiday and you're still watching football every single day, aren't you?
Every match. Absolutely. Can't live with that, mate. Absolutely.
It's good. Well, listen, we've got you on for a number of reasons. Where should we start? When did you find out? Who told you first this morning?
I can't remember. I don't know. Somebody texted and said he'd been fired. It was only going to go one way after what he said at the weekend, wasn't it? It was only going to go one way.
Well,
to be honest, he's been gagging for it for months now. He's been trying to get himself out the door, but it's inevitable, really.
Do you think he got sacked because of his comments, or I think it's more the fact that they needed a reason to get rid of him for footballing reasons, and all of a sudden this was the perfect opportunity?
I don't know. He just didn't seem like the right fit from the start. There was all the, he wanted to come in the summer, and they brought him in January, and it just seemed a bit. The whole thing seemed not very well executed, which was great. But he seemed like he was gagging to get fired, and he's been fired. But giving the job to Darren Fletcher is just the icing on the top of the cake. It's just beautiful.
Well, it's only for I like Darren Fletcher. It's only for a couple of games, but now we're hearing there's going to be an interim after the interim.
That's weird. That I don't get that.
That's the laugh I didn't want to hear.
Right, who's that going to be? Do we know?
I don't want to tell you.
Go on.
You don't know either.
Well, the reports. The reports are it's going to be Michael Carrick.
Who do you want who do you want as a permanent manager for next season?
So we're doing this at 5, right? My producer said write a list of 3, and I couldn't get 2 more. I've only got 1. The only manager on my list is Unai Emery. It's the only man.
What, Thomas Tuchel?
I don't know if. I think it'll be too late to get him because England will be in the World Cup. I'm guessing the latter stages.
Southgate's your man.
Southgate. Who do you think?
Well, Emery ain't going to leave Villa.
I think he will not.
He won't.
I think he will.
Why?
Because United. The only reason you would get to United, you would get him to United is the promise of a lot of money to rebuild that club, and United just don't spend. But I tell you now, the rest of the football universe wants Southgate.
God.
I don't think it'd be the worst appointment in the world.
Oh,
Southgate.
Come on.
It would.
No,
Come on.
If Noel's saying everyone wants him, that's the...
Wait, listen, it's not going to be as bad as Amorim.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you've seen of Southgate over the last few years that the rest of us haven't.
I don't think Southgate will win you. First of all,
anything.
But first of all, I don't think you guys, Man United, are anywhere near winning anything anyway. Right? Forget all that. But you need someone who's going to come in and steady the ship. That's what you need, and he's good at that, Southgate. So maybe you bring in the right man after Southgate.
What are you talking about? Well, honestly, the fact that Noel's laughing about it tells you everything you need.
Yeah, you take Southgate now.
No, I wouldn't take Southgate now. No, going back to what you said about Unai Emery, right? Now, I agree with you that any manager comes in is going to want money, and United do spend money usually.
It's in the wrong place.
Wrong place, and too much on players you've never heard of that fail. But do you not think that or a lot of managers, if they've got the chance to have Man United on their CV, and they're at a smaller club, and Aston Villa are a smaller club than Man United, they'll jump at the opportunity straight away?
I think you're living in the past there a little bit. It used to be that job and players going there used to be the pinnacle in English football, right? It isn't anymore. A player would be absolutely insane to go there. The only reason you would go there is for money, because the whole club is in ruins, and there's too many voices on the outside. Neville, Ferdinand, all that mob, you know, you can't do wrong for doing right at that club. And if it was me, you know, I don't know, it'd be like asking to leave Oasis and go and join the Libertines.
I've never even heard of them. Who are they?
Exactly.
Do you, as a great analogy, do you think, you know, you named like Rio and Gary Neville, do you think they're making it nearly impossible for Manchester United and the new manager to come in then?
Well, I just think that pair like the sound of their own voice and they think their opinions count, you know, and then, you know, but the whole ex-Man United player thing, Keane and Scholes, and there's too many of them on telly anyway, you know, they've all got the formula, you know, they're all, you know, they've all got the magic recipe to turn it round. And nobody, you know, if you look at, you know, that thing you sent me before of all the managers they've had since Ferguson, you know, like Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho. I mean, these are all, you know, good manager. Moyes is a good manager. Do you know what I mean? Mourinho's a great manager. Van Gaal, you know, he's a great manager. They manage Barcelona and, you know, big clubs. There's something fundamentally wrong there, and nobody seems to know what it is. You know, I think United itself missed a trick when they didn't sell the club to the Qataris or whoever it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, because the only way you can compete is with money these days. And if United aren't prepared to spend this, Jim Radcliffe seems to want to do it on a budget, you know, and you're not going to get Man United back to where it wants to be on a budget. You cannot do it. You know, you have to throw a lot of money at that club now.
Let me ask you right now, because you said there about Manchester United, and I think you're right in terms of how people maybe view them now to what they really are in terms of back in the day, they were the team. It was the pinnacle. Are we looking at a situation where potentially this is just Manchester United at the moment and this is the level they are? Because we still keep expecting Man United to be challenging for this trophy, challenging for that. But maybe realistically with the players they've got, they are a top 8 maybe side nowadays, you think?
In a good Premier League season where everybody is kind of strong, they'll probably finish 7th or 8th. But let's put it this way: Mark Guehi, right, is up for sale soon, right? Let's say every single club in the top 6 are in for him. The least attractive destination there is United. It just is. He's not going to win anything. You know, he's going to be. You'd have to pay him a fortune to get him there. He'd have to be on a massive contract. He'd look along his back line and think, who am I playing with? Maguire, Shaw. You know, it's not attractive in any way. You know, the coach lasts a year, 18 months. There's no way.
Well, let me ask you then. Let's move it on to your club. If he went to Man City this season, because you've come in for him recently, would he be winning the Premier League this season with that new club?
No.
He wouldn't.
No,
you don't think City are going to win it?
No, I didn't think we were going to win it anyway, because I think this is a year of transition. And I think the fact that Pep has got them into second in a team that's barely under reconstruction is a testament to Pep. But, you know, you look at Arsenal, and I was saying to my mates last night after the Chelsea game, I was like, look, we've seen treble-winning squads and, you know, squads that have won domestic trebles and all that, and we've seen it. And Arsenal, to me, looks like a championship-winning squad. You know, they're playing tricky away games. They've got Saka, Eze, Trossard, and another couple of guys who would normally start on the bench. You look at Arsenal's bench, and it's as strong as the first team, you know, and that's what City had when we were at our peak. We won that 4 in a row. You would look at the bench and think, my God, look at all the talent on that bench, you know, and they should all be starting. And I just think City are not ready yet.
Well, let me ask you this, because we were having this chat earlier on, right? When you look at City, it's not the best City team we've seen for a long, long time. It's not the best. I mean, you can choose Spurs, Newcastle, Man United, Chelsea. The list goes on and on. Do you think if Arsenal win the Premier League this season, which is looking like they are, they're going to win it in possibly the worst season of Premier League football?
Well, this is all I'm hanging on for, right? When I think it's done. I think the closest City will get. When we were 2 points behind, I was saying to my mates, I think this is the closest we're going to get. You know, because we're 6 points behind now. we've got to be perfect till we get them to the Etihad, and then we've got to win that game. But we're not going to be perfect. You know, we've got too many big games coming up. But the only saving grace is the minute Arsenal win the league this season, the entire football world turns its attention to the World Cup, and no one will care.
Oh no, they'll care. I'll make sure they care.
He'll care.
Oh no, well I'll make sure that they won't care.
Yeah. What about if they won both though?
Oh, all three.
Champions. Can you imagine?
No, they're
Awful,
not
that
good
would
enough
be.
to win. They're not good enough to do the treble.
I don't think we're good enough to win it. We've got the squad to do it.
Look at
Certainly, but I
arrogant
think the league is done. The squad is
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I think you're only looking at City. You could catch them.
Yeah.
We're too inconsistent.
You don't think they'll drop points, Arsenal?
I think they might drop points, but the four defeats before Christmas did for us. Every draw now is a defeat for us because of the 4 losses before Christmas. You cannot lose 4 games before December, because when we were going for leagues and winning them, you know, you can absorb a draw in 2 draws in a row if you've not lost any games up to December. You cannot do that now. You know, and Arsenal have lost 2 games, and I think for City it'll be the draws that do for us. You know, it's why Liverpool never won the league for all these years. They would just draw too many games, and that would add to the losses before Christmas. So I think it's Arsenal's year, and they've been building that squad for 5 years, and here it is. You know, no one likes them, we all hate them, and we just got to wear it.
But do you know what's funny? You said about the draws last year.
Yeah.
Arsenal drew 14 times. We lost the same amount of games as Liverpool, but it was the draws that killed us.
Yeah. It is. And they're like defeats. And if you lose too many games before Christmas, like yesterday, the draw is a defeat. You know, the draw against who did we play before that? I can't remember now. Sunderland, yeah. It was a great game to watch, and I thought we played really well, and Rodri's back, but the draw just feels like
that's a tough game to go to Sunderland and get something out of that.
Yeah, no, of course, but you know, that's where you've got, like, Arsenal drew there, we have to win there.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and it was a great game, and we deserved to, but they just feel like defeats. I was so deflated yesterday after the game. It was just like, you know, it's the last kick of the game and everything, and it's just like, you know, Arsenal don't lose those games this season. You know, there you go.
No, before I let you go, last time you came on, you gave us a little story. It went front page of a lot of national newspapers.
Did it?
Yeah, about, you know, I was chatting to you. I think you gave us the only interview mid-tour, which was very kind of you.
Right.
I've got just a cheeky question, right, because I like getting column inches.
No.
What's going on with you and James Bond? I was going to say, I know you're going to say you don't want the role of James Bond, but are you going to write the title music? Do you want that gig? Is that something that's on the cards?
Oh, this James Bond thing. What, Oasis?
Yeah, what's happening with that?
No.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
No.
Would you like it if they phoned you up? If Barbara Broccoli phoned you up and said, "Can you do it?" What would you do?
I'd say, all right, Babs. If they could, for Oasis to do it,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah, of course, it'd be an absolute honour, you know. And I think those kind of things should be done by Brits, you know, and you know, not Yanks. But
have they phoned you at all?
No.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I hope you get it. I think it'd be amazing.
No. I'll play a villain. I'll play a Mancunian villain.
You do anyway. Listen, it's always an honour to have you on the show. Thanks, pal, for that. I know you just got back from your holiday, so I really appreciate it, man.
Cheers,
No
Noel.
worries, mate.
I'll see you
All
soon.
right, mate.
Cheers, pal.
See you later. Bye.
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 There you go.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.